The He Said Goose Said anthem is performed by Rick Sims, who is the lead guitarist and vocalist of an American punk rock band called the Digits, formed in Mattoon, Illinois in 1983. Rick often baited his audience between songs and took plenty of abuse for it. Their biggest song was probably Killboy Powerhead, which was covered by The Offspring on their breakthrough 1994 album Smash. There are a lot of songs out there that pay homage to Todd Browning's Freaks with the chant of "Gooble Gobble," and that's what I had Rick do here with the chant of "Ga Ga Goo Goo." This is a clip from the movie Gymkata from 1985 starring Kurt Thomas, who's a former Olympic gymnast who won some gold medals, and this is his only starring role. Most of the opening was shot when Henry was only 2 months old, and we only shot like a couple of episodes at this point because, it seemed like the appropriate starting point since he was finally beginning to respond and enjoyed being read to, and visibly on camera. I think if we did too many early episodes, it would have been a lot of shots of Henry not moving and just silently blinking. Someone thought I was thrusting the camera in Henry's face to scare him, but this is just a crappy zoom feature on an iPhone. Anytime he cries, I try not to film him for long. I don't think his meltdowns are comedy gold. A lot of Henry's moods have altered the course of past episodes, and I just try to roll with it. Sometimes it makes the episodes better. Car Wash is one of Henry's favorite books. To this day, he starts hyperventilating whenever he sees the cover. I'll see if I can get him excited right now.
Henry, Car Wash. Want to read Car Wash?
All right, I got to read it to him real quick. We'll get back to this. Buckle up. Let's go. Henry is just a little over 4 months old here. It used to be so easy sitting Henry in his little boppy chair because he would just listen and rock and kick his feet when he got excited. But now he doesn't stay still for long for anything. He's crawling everywhere. He wants to climb up and injure himself in any way possible. That's my Nicolas Cage t-shirt of Nicolas Cage's various moods. Here's an interview with Henry when he was 11 days old. This is an exclusive interview with Henry Hiccup Atkinson. Henry, when did you first start hiccuping? Interesting. Now, when do you expect to stop? Oh, no end in sight, eh? Well, good luck with that. I hope you can sleep tonight. Anything else you'd like to add? All right. That was Henry Hiccup Atkinson. Henry used to get really excited when I got to this octopus page, and I'd make the whomp, thump sound effects. He'd start chuckling, and then I'd milk it for another 30 seconds. Anything to drag out the reading experience and kill an extra 5 minutes. Every once in a while, I'll stumble onto a sound effect that amuses him. Right now, the current winner is... And this was before I started adding incidental music and sound effects, and I would just read the book over the natural tone of the apartment. And I think the silence makes it a little awkward, actually. It's kind of weird watching this. So the show will never be kid-friendly because Rick sings Marty and His Baby. We'll review that shit. So, the first 5 seconds should tell you what kind of show it is, hopefully. I actually make a lot of my own sound effects. I mean, when I'm reading, but also just in my daily life, when I'm out and about and doing normal things in the world. This is like a really bad habit that I've had all my life. I'm just having normal interactions with people, but I'll make like a racing car sound when I hand them my credit card. It's like, hopefully some people find it charming. He hates the end of the book when they leave the car wash and get back to the real world. He just thinks it's a snore fest, so I just try to read through it quickly. I think he generally gets bored when there's a page with too much white space. He wants colors everywhere. What else? I'm sitting in the car garage right now in complete darkness. That's how sad it's been, trying to record this commentary. But I knew I could get good audio sitting in the car. I always edit down my critiquing part because it's just embarrassing. I don't know what to say most of the time. I just repeat myself. I'm like, oh, I like the colors and the rhymes are good and It's a book. It's a book. I'll tell you that much. And I'm like, I can't listen to this moron. But luckily, I can always cut away to Henry, who always has like an amusing expression on his face. I think you can tell when we genuinely like a book, so I don't think you need to hear me talk about it too much. This book really has a William Shatner Christmas album kind of rhythm to it. If you take any of the passages from the book, like seaweed, creatures hide, sharks circle, don't move. It's pretty hard to introduce a new book to Henry now. Like, I can't really record him experiencing it the first time. I try, but it doesn't last very long. Like, I get 2 or 3 minutes in, and he just loses it. So I do get anxiety about trying to introduce a new book to him on camera. And I just want to give up after he flips out because I'm gonna get so frustrated. Like, come on, give this book a chance. But he's not having it. He's trying to like climb out of my arms. And he's like smacking the pages and stuff. So it's really magic when there's a book that tickles him immediately now. But Car Wash was just one of those rare books I lucked out with early on. He was just like so taken with the imagery. Henry is he just melts your heart every time, and he just has a way of being funny without even trying. And, he's just so expressive now. He's just endlessly entertaining to watch. I love my son.
First car wash. Let's go.
Since I didn't really capture Henry truly experiencing a car wash, he fell asleep, I filmed him in the car again, but back in our garage with a green screen taped up over the windows. That way I could bring the underwater adventure to him. He didn't last very long, and you could actually see him start to cry when the soapy water is running down the window. I felt horrible for making him upset, so I just got him out of there right away and used the 30 seconds of footage I got and try to cut around him as much as possible. Sometimes he just loses it in the middle of an episode, and I just want to give up completely because it's just so hard to forge ahead and stay positive, and it just makes me feel worse that I made him feel sad. Technically, Henry's first car wash was much earlier. It was the same car wash, but he was there when he was still in the womb. I have a Donkey Kong face mask, courtesy of my good friend Anitza, who also supplied us with a lot of the books. I'm wearing a beanie of Aquarium of the Pacific, which is where my wife works. I subscribe to a website that has an extensive library of sound effects, music, and stock footage, so I use a lot of that stuff in every episode. I was so happy to find that shot of the clownfish racing away from the camera so I could knock on the window as a gag. My comedian friend RJ sent the video of himself in the shower. He improvised the fun never ends when you're showering. RJ is a father, and when he sent this video, he already had one daughter. But his wife was also pregnant with twins when this was filmed, so he had 2 more on the way. So whenever I think Henry is a handful, I just think of RJ and his 3 daughters screaming at him. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not so bad. Does anybody care that I'm doing this? Probably not. Probably not. Where's a regular episode? I can't believe you're doing commentaries now. Nobody gives a shit. All I want to see is Henry smile and laugh. If anyone would like to sponsor He Said Goose Said, you could drop me an email at thewurstcomedy@gmail.com. That's WURST. And sometimes I get down on my stuff because I haven't been keeping up with the stand-up or my other projects. But it just feels good at the end of the week to know that I might get another episode out on Tuesday. And I don't always get it out on time, but when I do, I just feel awesome. Like, I can't believe we did another episode, and I thought it was going to suck. I hated what I was filming, and then somehow it all came together, and it's one of my favorite episodes. That's usually how it goes. This has been a really fun way to watch Henry grow up and spend time with him. So I just want to thank everybody for supporting and subscribing, and hopefully we'll be doing less commentaries and I'll have get my act together next time. But in reality, I'll probably reach various levels of desperation and I'll have to record more commentaries because I don't know what else to do. But I hope you found it entertaining, and we'll see you next